How's it going? It's 220 Prepper, and I got a video. So I wanna start this video by saying I am not a medical expert. I'm not. I know what my limitations are. I know what I mean. I don't know what I don't know, but I know there's a lot for me to learn. There's a lot for everybody to learn. Nobody knows everything. But one thing that people either don't seem to realize or simply don't know when building certain things like your medical kits, your IFACs and stuff like that for a survival situation, or even just like, an everyday, because I've seen tons of people have everyday trauma kits, and things that are always forgotten, but instead things that are always forgotten are very, very simple things. Everybody gets, your tourniquets and your hyphen chest seals and your combat gauze and all that stuff. And all that stuff is really good. It's important to have it all. It is very important to be able to have all of that equipment. Don't get me wrong. But something that gets overlooked is something as simple as this. Tylenol. I don't understand why. You can see tons of videos. IFACs, trauma kits, my bug out medical kit, whatever. Why don't you have stuff like that? And it's not necessarily just Tylenol. Like, you don't see things like Band-Aids. And again, obviously you can't patch a bullet hole with a Band-Aid. Yes, that is very, very true. But in a survival apocalypse situation, you're more than likely going to need your Band-Aids and your Tylenol and your aspirin and all that shit more than you need your bullets. If you don't actually realize, you are more likely to die from an infection than you are from a bullet. Especially if your plan is like to go out and, be Mr. G.I. Joe in the woods and all that shit. You really are more than likely to die from an infection than you are from bullets. Obviously, there's some speculation about that, time frames, where you live, all that, whatever. But if a cut on your finger gets infected and you've got nothing to treat that, you're going to die from a cut faster than you die, actually more painfully than you will from a bullet. And that's why I don't understand why people don't have shit like Tylenol and Band-Aids. I mean, even if you don't have stuff like that, even if you don't have Tylenol or Band-Aids, alcohol pads. I think I got some right here. Okay, so yeah, Band-Aids, Tylenol, you got your gauze wraps over here. See, this is something I keep in my house. This is just a home medical kit. It's got more layers, but this is like the one layer that's actually completely full. Other layers just have half, and I don't feel like showing all that. But yeah, I've got Band-Aids, Ace wraps. If you see any of my videos with my IFAC or medical kits, I carry sterile water to clean out stuff. Tape, pads, like I said, I got the alcohol swabs on my lower levels. I dropped them. I'm only human. Get over it. Yeah. All of that stuff is just as important. Just as important as your Israeli dressings or as, whatever the hell else. I don't understand why people don't sit here and pack the small shit. Like Bear, I just realized, I just saw some videos, I don't know how long ago they were posted, from Bear Independent. And he has, I plan on buying one of these soon. He's got a thing for packing your gunshot wounds, packing your injuries. And it's for the care after the first aid. So, say you're a doctor or whatever, somebody gets shot, you save them. Well, you still have to change those dressings. That Israeli bandage you put on and all that shit has to get changed out. You gotta maintain the wounds that you have. Otherwise, that's just gonna get infected and you're gonna die. So yeah, you saved their life and good for you. Congratulations. You tourniquet and all of that shit, good. It came in handy. Thank God you had it. But in an apocalypse situation without rule of law, the end of the world as you know it, whatever. If you don't have something to maintain whatever, you're more than likely going to die anyway. And that's why I don't understand. It's something as simple as a pack of Band-Aids can save your life just as much as a tourniquet can in a long-term situation. If you don't have access, ask anybody. Ask anybody that's ever been, because I did, which was the whole reason I made this video. If you ask people that survived natural disasters, Katrina, Harvey, all of those, Superstorm Sandy from a few years ago, talk to people that survived all of those. They didn't have access to medical care. The hospitals were gone. The hospitals, they weren't destroyed, but they were overloaded. And a lot of people's injuries that they got, they couldn't treat. And that's something that doesn't get considered. That's something that doesn't get talked about. Antibiotic ointments and stuff like that. You need something to maintain these small stuff. If you catch a cold, well, not necessarily a cold, you catch a flu or something else like that during your apocalypse, if you can't properly treat the symptoms, you can get some serious issues going on. And that's something that's really been bothering me about all of these, like, you know, first aid kits and IFAKs and trauma kits. This is what I keep in my bug out bag. Okay, well, you've got all of that, but why don't you have something to make sure that the small cuts don't get infected? Like, it's the little things that matter. And in this point, those little things are just as important as the big things. So please, when you are building your first aid kits, when you are building your trauma kits, when you are building your whatever kits for whatever purpose, whether it's an everyday carry, a truck kit, or it is in your apocalypse survival bag, don't forget the little stuff. A Band-Aid can save your life just as much as a bullet can. That's just my 2 cents. Like, just don't forget the little stuff. This 220 Prepper. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm signing off.